Long, long ago, in the North Country, there lived a baron named Roland, with his wife and their son Finn.
Look at our son. He is growing up so fast. Someday soon, he'll be a handsome young Roland, carrying forward our legacy. Isn't that wonderful?
My precious little boy, I have no doubt, dear, he'll indeed make us proud. One night, as Roland lay in deep slumber, a vivid dream visited him. In his dream, he saw his son get married to a lowly maid from a poor family under his territory.
What a shame! No, it cannot be. My son bound to a fate so unworthy of his state.
Out of his curiosity, Roland began his journey the very next morning, driven by the desire to find if the home he had seen in his dreams truly existed.
Ah, it's real! It's here! Hey, what troubles you?
Sire, I have 5 mouths to feed, and now a 6th. We struggle so much to put bread on the table for them.
Fear not, I can ease your burden. I'll take the last one off your hands. I can take good care of her.
As the sorrowful father watched helplessly, a wave of relief washed over him, believing that his daughter would find care and comfort in Roland's hands. The cold-hearted Roland threw the innocent child into the sea, all to alter his son's destiny. Roland returned home with a sense of satisfaction, believing he had successfully altered his son's destiny forever. Years flew by, and far away from the territory there lived a fisherman with his daughter named Liana. Liana is a beautiful and charming young girl, and from a young age she felt a deep connection with the ocean. The ocean gave her gifts unseen by anybody else. She adorned herself with these treasures, wearing them as ornaments. One day, when Liana carried water to her father, she met a young man. Their eyes locked onto each other.
Hey, can I get some water? It's been a very long day.
Of course, good sir. Help yourself to as much as you need.
Thank you. You're so kind. And beautiful. Where did you get that necklace from? It's marvelous.
This is a gift from the ocean.
What? The ocean gifted you? Can you ask one for me?
Well, the ocean is quite picky, you know. It only gives gifts to those it really likes. While they were talking, a wave swept through their legs, leaving behind a beautiful red heart-shaped seashell.
Whoa, it seems the ocean really liked me. This gift is so romantic, just like you.
They talked until sunset, and they both were open-hearted and soon became so connected. They started to meet regularly, and their love got stronger with each passing day. However, their happiness was short-lived, for he was the only son of Roland. News of their relationship soon reached the ears of Roland. The next day, at Roland's command, his soldiers took Liana to the cliffs. Hey, who are you? Let me go!
How dare you consider yourself a Rolandess? Growing in the sea, you think yourself worthy marry my son who grown in palace?
Please, your grace, do not equate worthiness with wealth. Love knows no bounds, just like the sea. And this sea, it brought me your son.
Oh, is that so? Then I will spare your life. Ask your sea to give the ring back, and then you can marry him. Until then, you will be banished from my son's sight.
Upon returning to the palace, Roland deceived Finn, claimed that Liana was greedy and had absconded with the gold he had given her. Finn couldn't believe his ears. He hurried to the shore to find Liana, but she was nowhere to be found. Days passed and news spread that Roland had fallen ill, confined to his bed. Meanwhile, poor Liana continued to cry along the shore, her heart heavy with sorrow as she tirelessly searched for the lost ring. Liana! What? A mermaid? I never believed you existed. But how do you know my name? Dear, I know everything about you, even the things that you don't. What? The mermaid explained to Liana that years before, Roland had thrown her as a baby into the sea to change his son's fate, and it was the mermaid who had rescued her, placing her on the shore for the fishermen to find and care for. The mermaid had been watching over Liana as she grew, bestowing upon her all the gifts from the ocean. Now, my dear, do not worry. Take this and go get your love back. So you have been my mermaid mother, caring for me all these years. Go now and get what is rightfully yours. The ocean will always be with you, guiding you to your destiny.
Ah, you again! How did you come into my presence?
Here is your ring, sir.
But how did you?
The sea, where you cast me many years ago, returned this to me. Upon hearing the deeds that he thought no one knew, fear gripped Roland.
Please forgive me. I know I don't deserve any forgiveness. I went too far and have committed unforgivable sins out of greed and selfishness for my son. But fate has taught me a harsh lesson. I now realize that your sea made me sick, as I attempted to harm you again. Now, take my son and be happy with your life.
When Roland apologized, the ring began to glow like a bright star in the sky. It was the mermaid's magical spell that had made Roland sick. But when Roland accepted his sins, the mermaid's spell was lifted, and Roland regained his health. As it is said, destiny always has a remarkable way of finding us, no matter how hard someone tries to destroy it or take it from you. Sometimes it's the twists and turns of life that lead us to where we truly belong. And so, Finn and Liana embarked on their journey together, guided by the hand of fate, towards a future filled with love and happiness.